Foundation's third season, the idea that people aren't who we think they are. Episode 6 cranks that up to full throttle, delivering 3 massive and, in some cases, game-changing reveals. First, we learn Demerzel played a role in the creation of psychohistory itself. Second, Harry Seldon had no idea the Mule was the crisis they're facing now. And third, the real reason Brother Day wanted out of the Imperial Palace wasn't politics or safety. It was so he could finally pick out his own clothes. Of course, the real twist here is Song, who turns out to be far from the woman Day thought she was. Despite the genetic drift between them, both Dawn and Day still share a love for disguises, proving that at their core, they're the same man. Which makes me secretly hope that before Brother Dusk's ascension ceremony, we'll get to see his take on an undercover escape.
But the highlight? Day's Mike Genie in disguise, my favorite look of the season. With wraparound glasses and a knit bucket hat, Day 24 blends into the streets of Majin, only to overhear news that his fleet was destroyed above Kaljin. A street vendor offers him candy from the micro farms, sweets that never taste the same twice. One might be the best thing you've ever had, and then you can never have it again. That small metaphor becomes eerily fitting for what's about to happen. When Day arrives at Song's apartment, things go sideways fast. We already knew her memories were wiped, but he hoped something, anything, might bleed through. She recognizes him as Empire immediately, but only remembers fragments of their time together. She wonders if he visits all his lovers after their memories are erased, while he insists he's here because she once looked at him with kindness. Their back and forth is electric, her cool distance clashing with his desperate hope. But when he presses her to wear the device and restore her memories, she pushes back. For her, it was business, not love. That rejection rattles him, but he pivots, trying to wow her with the fact that she met a robot. It's not enough. She's already called her life mate Ocean Glass, who arrives armed and dangerous. Suddenly, Day learns their time together was never what he thought. The episode leaves him stranded in hostile territory, with only Demerzel's tool in his possession. Meanwhile, Gail's own story picks up exactly where last week left off, with Demerzel aboard the beggar's ship. Tensions spike immediately. Gail's insinuation that Demerzel was a bad parent hits a nerve, leading to the trailer shot moment. Demerzel choking Gail against a wall. Shots are fired. One grazes Demerzel's face, revealing her robotic nature. Then comes the first bombshell. Demerzel gave Hari access to her memories, helping him complete psychohistory. She believed, at least for a while, that the Foundation and Empire could coexist. But the second reveal is even more intriguing. Hari always knew she was a robot, though Demerzel herself has no idea how. Gail spots an opportunity in the shared history. As they discuss the second Foundation, Demerzel learns about the Mule and realizes both he and Gail are outliers that break the math. Gail reveals she can project her consciousness forward in time, describing her perception of time as a shape she can manipulate. Demerzel wants to see the Mule in her vision and uses her interrogation skills, complete with invasive filaments, to access Gail's mind. The vision shows Trantor, the Imperial Library, and then blackness. An eclipse-like shape triggers a system failure in Demerzel, forcing a hard reboot that sends out an EMP. Gail's heart stops, but Demerzel revives her. From the vision, Demerzel detects an infrasonic signal from a black hole, one Gail will be orbiting in just 4 months. It's a chilling connection to earlier season clues, but Demerzel isn't convinced the visions are real. Gail will live, for now. The episode's opening shot rewinds us to the Mule waking from a nightmare, subtly reintroducing him in the timeline. He knows who Gail is now and vows to destroy her, even if it means burning everything. His path leads to New Terminus, where the Mallows and Magnifico are also headed. But instead of a warm welcome, they're locked up,
The Foundation and traitors still at each other's throats. Then comes the plan, Magnifico's music. Beta convinces the mayor to let him play, and as the eclipse begins, the entire room falls under the spell of his performance. They finally understand how the mule used it to conquer Colgan, and that without it, he might be vulnerable. It's enough to unite the two factions against their common enemy. And right on cue, Harry Seldon appears at the vault. In the books, these vault messages were pre-recorded, timed to trigger after each predicted crisis, reinforcing faith in the plan. But here, Harry is interactive. That twist makes the next reveal hit harder. He has no idea who the mule is. The mule, of course, times his own appearance to perfection, virtually materializing to declare he's already at their doorstep. Chaos erupts. Foundation ships turn on each other, the null field activates, and the planet becomes a war zone. Beta collapses, the vault goes dark, and Harry, inside, knows the plan is officially off the rails. The mule now holds the advantage over both Foundations and the Empire. Gail's earlier hope of boxing him in after Trantor is gone. Demerzel heads home, with Dusk on the edge of madness, Dawn missing or dead, and Day trapped deep in the capital's underworld. The episode closes with the vault dormant, the galaxy's power balance shattered, and one lingering question hanging in the air. How did the mule pull this off? Whatever the answer, one thing's certain. Foundation just left its heroes cornered, fractured, and utterly unprepared for what comes next.